Anyway, Ty J. Spears isn't happy, and he's about to be much more upset once we burn this damn team to the ground. But we're not quite there yet. We got a little bit to go before the deadline. Of course, there's no big like NHL-like deadline situation or anything. Let's talk about this team meeting. Let's talk about sacks. Baby. Let's talk about you and me. All right, gentlemen, it's really cold in here. Really quick before we end this meeting, I bought you all donuts. I know we've been struggling. I'm hearing that you're going to have a players-only meeting. How'd you know about that? It's you, the mutineer. Oh, Will Levis has turned on me. Will, you bastard. You Kevin De Bruyne lookalike. Who should lead the meeting? Oh, God. You know what? DeAndre Hopkins knows what it's like to play on bad teams. Let's go with a defensive player, though. I still want to boost up our defense. Fuck our offense. Just a rebuild. Okay, that's all. Let's have... I mean, Jeff Simmons. Jeff Simmons is our dude. We'll consider it. Oh, Jeff gets up and slaps you right in your fucking face. What do you mean, you'll consider it? This is how you lose your job to Malik Willis. Sassing Jeff Simmons like this. Talk to Jeff Simmons. Sounds like the player-only meeting was a success. Well, no shit. He's unpredictable, so his impact on the D-line was pretty big this time. They'll play better for the next 3 games. All right, cool. Ah, yes, the players-only meeting where the coach has him. Well, there we go. There we go. Talking to Jeff Simmons worked out pretty well. Simmons will consider not whooping your ass. Oh, boy, this is fun already. This is fun already. Get that interception, gentlemen. I believe in you. I believe. A simple no or not would have... So I heard you're having a players-only meeting. No. Oh. All right, boys. We'll see you tomorrow. All right. Forrest Buckner is someone we need to be aware of. Oh, I'll be aware of him when he is destroying Will Levis. Because coincidentally, somebody told the O-line not to block anymore. Someone decided to get sassy. Oh, we beat the Colts. Ah, and we got a defensive line breakout. Which isn't a bad thing, but it's not a good thing. All right, who is it? Who is it? Of course we beat the Colts. God damn it. Looked great last game and are setting a good example for everyone on defense. Got another big game in you this week? It's Jeff Simmons! Shocker. Damn right, Jeffrey. Damn right. Well, hey, we are keeping you around. 5 tackles! And 2 for loss. Oh, God. Oh, God. 5 tackles, 2 for loss. Jesus Christ. Woo! That is quite the request. Especially against Buffalo. Simmet. I mean, that is the plan, but if I can hop in to help, I will. But man, is it unlikely. Man, is it unlikely. It is for X Factor, yeah. Well, Jeff, you're not getting it. I wonder what's more likely, if we jump into the game or if we just sim it to see if he gets it. Sorry, we didn't want to do the upgrade points yet. We're saving those. Tackles for loss do count towards the tackle total. You know, it's a breakout. We gotta see what the boys can do here against Buffalo. Why not? We'll hit play full game, even though I'm going to sim to halftime. And we'll jump in if we have to, which, let's be honest, we'll probably have to unless Mr. Simmons is having the game of his goddamn life.
Of the NFL. And coming up, it's L'Jarius Sneed. He'll make you pay if you throw his way too often.
We're going to talk about L'Jarius Sneed, but here's Roger McCreary because we can't believe they're not playing L'Jarius Sneed as their #1 corner. Don't worry about playing this week. We're punting on first half. Right? From the Highmark Stadium. Oh, it should have been Highmark Stadium. What could have been? Could have been. People have bitched a ton about Kate Scott. I haven't heard enough of her commentary in game to know if it's warranted or if people are just being sexist. Or both. Let's be honest, it can be both. Finally, the puffer coat comes in handy, right? All right, Mr. Simmons. 5 tackles, 2 for loss. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. Let's sim this first half. And hope that you do enough on your own without me needing to attempt to do anything. As it is 7-7 at the end of the first, let's go to halftime. $21-7 at the half. Okay. We do get the ball first. Mr. Simmons. Are we renaming rookies in this run? We might take a break for a little bit. Of course, Will Levis is having a good game. All right, Simmons has 1 tackle in the first half. So we need 4 tackles with 2 of them for loss. Shit. Okay, well, let's kick return and then immediately punt. Let's play a shitload of defense. Choke this game away and try to get the break. Tony Pollard, Tony Pollard. Up, Tony Pollard. Got a sack. Oh, shit, did he? I missed it. I missed it. Hold on. I totally missed it. Titans. Defense. Yeah, apparently a sack doesn't count as a tackle for loss. Which it should. And used to. That's a bit bizarre, but okay. Here comes the punt team. We'll just do what we can. Wham! Give me a good bounce. That's not what I meant. First down, punt, baby. All right. Of course, Dak's going to kill it in this timeline. All right. So we are going to play our lock to Mr. Simmons. Try to get these tackle for loss. Of course it was a counter. No! Of course, the one time I'm like, let me center to the ball. It was a goddamn counter. Are you kidding me? Don't you dare run another counter. Well, yeah, Meg, we don't want to win the game.
Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Another one for Cook.
Damn it.
The defense gets there to force a small.
All right, again, we need tackles with one Jeff Simmons.
A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back.
Well, good job by our defense.
This one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
Good job by our defense. Don't worry, Buffalo. I have a hunch, a sneaking suspicion that you're going to get the ball back very soon.
Crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one.
Tony Pollard, Tony Pollard.
He breaks a tackle.
Oh, Tony.
Bring him down to put a stop to that return.
All right, recent plays. Not even showing it in recent plays. The game's like, what the hell are you doing? Don't be dumb.
And I guess they've had enough of this possession. They've got the punter out there.
Punting again. Boom.
Hitting it well so far. This is another big one.
Oh my God, he almost dropped it.
And they
Job a woozy. All right.
to that return.
Josh Allen again.
Before he not flirt with disaster on the return. No,
Mr. Simmons.
However, they're fortunate to get the ball back, and everyone can breathe a little sigh of relief.
Can't break through.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. This one
It's not good if we're having trouble with the right tackle.
is going to be second down.
Come on, Jeffrey.
Back now, pressure on its way.
I cannot break through a single block. That's not good.
Short yardage situation here. It's third and
Old Jeffrey.
Allen.
Ooh, that was a good knockout.
Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I have a sneaking suspicion the Bills will get the ball back again soon. Oh, we are not going to get this X Factor breakout with Jeff Simmons, are we?
And knock that ball
At
loose.
least we're getting some return yards with Tony Pollard.
Got it.
Run, Tony! Run, Tony! Well done, Tony.
Well short of that marker. Wow, they never let him get close there. Great.
All right, you know, out of all the plays I think I could call, I think I'm going to punt.
We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense.
Will you?
They'll try for better results this time around.
Will you get another look at our offense? Oh, God. Sub Simmons for the punt team. I mean, it might help with an extra tackle, but the tackle for loss, I mean, that's still the big thing that we need.
First and 10.
Sickos communities all over this right now, right?
Allen to throw.
Oh, boy.
Pass caught by his tight end.
Oh, boy. Oh, he fast. Well, it's about time they finally got some
Before they finally
offense on us.
things looking totally
I cannot even get close to Josh Allen.
Allen looking to throw. Connects with Cook.
Early, you're out of your damn mind.
He'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Boy, I can see why he only had the one tackle for loss, because I can't do anything. This will be brought up in the players' meeting.
When you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
From the 24.
Damn it, right as we started to break through with Jeff.
Open, complete.
As Jamal Adams gets cooked.
Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 13-point lead.
Call it a hunch, I don't think we're getting these extra tackles for loss.
To make that type of play, now it pushes their lead to a couple of
Might let the AI control him and see if I can just be a distraction with somebody else.
Instead, it's Barkley padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this
But,
and carry it.
yeah, I don't think we're getting this breakout.
pass now to kick this away.
It's a bit of a shame. All right.
This return
Jax.
to the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good return
All right.
here.
Well,
Gets it out.
you know, it's finally time to get the offense going and see just how exactly we can battle back into this football game.
Series, but better results ahead
Let's
as
see
they
what we
get
can
set
do.
here. On is the punt team, and away goes the punt.
All right.
The Bills set to take
Let's see.
offensively. And after watching their passing
Let's
attack-
be the guy next to Simmons
Drive, Brock. I
and just try to be a nuisance for the right tackle.
attack again here. On first
Nope.
down, they'll run. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
These defensive challenges have always been and will continue to be an absolute nightmare.
Run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
He'll get this to Samuel. And they'll make the stop of it.
Whew. If we don't get one on this drive, I'm simming out the rest of the game.
They'll run here on first down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Come on, Jeffrey. You can do it. Tackle for loss, Jeffrey.
Allen setting up to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, tiebreaker. The Titans right now are just somewhat directionless.
Down.
You know, you didn't really do anything when Derrick Henry was there, and now it's like, well, let's try to still be kind of competitive. And,
Complete to Shakir.
you know, IMG, what's up?
Out of bounds after a short gain.
All right. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to make any progress here. Let's just hope for some crazy-ass luck about Simmons getting these tackles for loss. Let's just hope he goes off in the fourth, because this is not appearing to be our day to make anything happen defensively. So the good news is, obviously, we lost the game because I punted away for the entire third quarter. So I'm good with that. We wanted to lose, but I say Madden 24 could be playing 25 because I am in the wrong directory, apparently. Huh. Interesting. Kick my heels up and shout. Throw my hands up and shout. Jose, thank you for the deal. Nobody noticed we were in the wrong directory, eh? Fair enough. Well, go ahead and get into the right directory there. Could have sworn put in 25, but maybe not. There we go. Anyway, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Again, no, Jose on 21. I can't imagine. And now it'll put us in the old school Madden 25 directory. Wait a minute. So, I don't think Twitch knows what's going on, is what's happening currently. There we go. Now it should... You know, Twitch must be having a breakdown with the fact that there's two different games called Madden 25. Jeff, I can't imagine you got the upgrade we were looking for, buddy, but I know you tried. A little bit of a down. Yep. Yep, he didn't get it. That's okay. He's still great. We love him. Any concerns? No. Jeff is the man. See? And you heard it from two fat white guys. Jeff is the man. So, oh no, he only has Superstar Dev. Oh no. The horror. All right, so the deadline has been pushed back, IRL, but I do think this is a good week to pull the trigger on these trades. Especially, too, we got the national focus scouting-wise, which we already know it's going to be between wideouts and corners. Let's see where that talent lies, because in previous games, scouting wideouts was a fucking nightmare, pardon my French. And it's still looking like it could be a nightmare. Whereas we do have other scouts that are focusing on some corners, hence why we got a lot of people at 40. So, Baylor, what's going on? Let's set our national scout to focus on wideouts, because we are going to need some wide receivers once we're done pulling the trigger on these trades. So let's do this. Let's first and foremost double check player renegotiations. And has anybody changed their mind? It's not looking like it. It is not looking like it. I don't really want to keep Bahana. I don't want to pay him. I don't want to pay Coburn. Okay. Yeah, as expected. We're going to be letting go of some people. That's for sure. So let's do the player upgrades now. Because this should help us, of course, get more value for these guys that we are going to deal. Let's see. So some of the guys that we're not going to trade, I'll upgrade them later. We are going to try to market Stonehouse, if we can. Highly unlikely a team's going to be willing to trade for a punter, but it's worth a shot. Wish you could sort the screen by position. Tyler Boyd is going to get traded, so we just want to make him better as a slot option to get that overall up. But for the guys that we're going to be keeping, I'm going to want to make them a little bit more well-rounded. So it will benefit us here to do this one at a time. Mr. Joseph Day. Of course, we don't have to worry if they're a scheme fit. He's getting traded. So let's see. Who else do we have? Murray is staying. Treylon Burks. Probably going to be dealt because he is not going to be worth that fifth-year option unless he gets a breakout in the back half of the year, which he might, but that's a pretty damn expensive contract. Otherwise, Farley's going to be getting traded. He doesn't want to re-sign with us, so we might as well get something for him now. Not sure about Arden Key, to be honest. I'm not too worried about who else is there, then. Okay. Let's blow this team up, shall we? Let's do it. Now, in terms of the trades, I am going to be using the trade finder. You guys know if there's a game that has Trade Finder, I like to use it. Quarterback situation. Will's got 3 years left, so I'm not going to ditch him. I don't appreciate the mutiny attempt. Does anybody want Mason Rudolph? No. So he's going nowhere. Running back, we're not making any changes because, again, we're only going to get rid of dudes pretty much on an expiring deal. So D-Hop is the first big domino to fall. And the question is, what will the offers be? 22-year-old Miles Murphy out of Cincy. And a 7th-round pick. So, 22, 73 star. And a 7th. It's not too bad. Teron Johnson is obviously a really good player, but that's not what we're looking for right now. We're looking for younger guys that aren't going to help the team out immediately, like Zadarius Smith would. Cody Mauch, I mean, who would do better in CFB? 2040 Ball State or 2024 Titans? You already know the answer to that. Man. That 3rd round pick would be nice. We wouldn't be getting as good of a player immediately like we would in with the Cincy trade. But a 3rd, a 5th, and a 6th is pretty nice. Wow, Trey McBride. Okay, well, that immediately becomes the top offer that we're looking at Trey McBride. I mean, I can't believe the Cardinals are even offering him. But, yeah, him a 4th and a 6th is nuts. That's a ridiculous offer for us to send D-Hop back to Arizona. I mean, he's not bad. That was better than the Cincy offer. That was better than the Cincy offer. But I mean, McBride's just too good to say no to with how young he is, too. Ron Payne, a bit too old, a bit too good. Gardner Johnson, same thing. Paulie, what's going on, man? Hargrave, a bit too old. John Michael Schmitz. Ooh, in a 2nd. That's basically a better version of the Cody Mauch trade. Because there's a 2nd attached to it. Armstead, McNeil. Whew. Okay. You know, really, really quickly. Shits and giggles, because I'm also trading Tyler Boyd. If I add him in on the deal, how much else can we get? Apparently DeJuan Jones. The McBride trade was pretty similar. Apparently that could get us Asante Samuel Jr., which is hilarious. Okay, so stacking players still seems to be perhaps overpowered in terms of some of the return offers. Good to know. I might avoid doing that. That still seems pretty damn powerful. Okay. So DeAndre Hopkins, then. We had Cincy with Miles Murphy. We're going to want to double check his contract situation. We had Murphy in a 7th. And ignore Johnson and ignore Smith. Mauch, there was a better offer further down. We got McBride, a 4th and a 6th, which is crazy. We'll have to double check his contract situation. Uzoma is a better situation than what we had in Cincy. So we'll keep that in mind. That's a 3rd and a 7th. Not bad. Commanders, again, Deron Payne's a bit too old. Even Gardner Johnson. Like, it's not a matter of him being a bit too old, but damn, he's good. You know? But he'll be more expensive now anyway. Schmitz was the better version of the Mauch trade. With a 2nd and a 6th. That 2nd rounder is pretty valuable for us. Eric Armstead, again, he's a bit too old. It kind of defeats the purpose. McNeil. That's a tough one to potentially say no to. We're going to have to check his contract situation. It's 2/3 and a 7th. Jesus. I mean, Jaden Reed would potentially be the direct replacement at wideout, right? We got a third in there, a fourth, and a seventh. Davian Clowney, obviously, no thank you. Jelani Tavai, no thank you. Michael Mayer, I mean, we'd go for McBride. I mean, the draft picks are each one round ahead, but McBride's 10 overall points better. Ryan Barisi. The Barisi. Feel the Barisi in your hair. I mean, the McNeil trade's significantly better. Pat Fryermuth. The McBride trade is better. Jack Mason and then Van Ginkel. Okay. So there were 5 teams of interest here. First and foremost, Arizona with McBride. What is that contract situation for him? 1 year left after this at $2 million. Okay. 1 year left at $2 million. So a bit of a risk. There's a chance we bring him in this year and then he splits after next. The Chiefs had Uzoma, who's stuck behind George Karlaftis. Uzoma, what is your contract situation looking like? 2 years left, making $3 million per. Years left at $3 million. That's not too bad for a player of his caliber. Okay. With the Giants, what was the contract control on Schmitz? I mean, for Schmitz, it's more about the fact that this is the only deal where we could get a second rounder. 2 years left, making roughly $2 million per. You got the Lions with McNeil at defensive tackle. He's got 2 years left as well, but I want to see the full situation here, his current motivations. I mean, he's already getting paid. His extension is signed. Like, he's getting paid the big bucks at like $11.5 million per. There wasn't a first rounder on the table for Hopkins. No, at least not straight up. So they already signed McNeil to a big boy extension. And then the Packers had Reed at wideout. It also looks like he's signed an extension. He's got 2 years left at $2 million. I don't like making manual trades in games. I just prefer using the trade finder. Okay, so we know the situations. I really like that McBride trade. However, I mean, there's a chance we're going to have to immediately flip him. And by immediately, I mean sometime next year, if he doesn't re-sign. So, really good player. Highest rated player we could get for D-Hop. But only a fourth and a sixth in return. Not much of a guarantee. Uzoma's at a 73 star, 22 years old with a third and a seventh. $3 million. Schmitz is the only way that we get a second round pick back in any possible trade that we're doing here. McNeil would be getting paid the most, but would also fetch us 2 third-round picks. And then Green Bay with Reed, a third, a fourth, and a seventh isn't that bad of a return. You know, there's one thing we haven't considered. What does DeAndre Hopkins want right now? What does he want? He wants a ring. Not surprising. I want to try to do right by Mr. Hopkins. He wants a ring. Out of these 5 teams, let's look at the standings. I think regardless, we get a decent return no matter what direction we go. Show me the full-on standings. I want to see where teams are right now. Right? And this is our way to check the early standings right now. Of course, no team that we're considering from the AFC North for this possible trade. From the AFC South, also no team that we are potentially considering a deal with. And, of course, we're at the bottom of this division right now, which is beautiful. And also, of course, no team from the AFC East that we're considering going from. Shout out to the Dolphins. It's always DeAndre Hopkins, never DeAndre. How are you doing? Indeed. Chiefs are a 5-1. They're crushing it, as you would expect. So you got the 5-1 Kansas City Chiefs in the mix. Pack at 6-1. Lions only at 3-3. Okay. And then on the other side here, Giants at 3-4. I mean, tough to really consider them a contender, right? And then the Cardinals are at 4-3. So really, I mean, I think you could justify pretty much any team. I think even though there's a second round pick involved, we're going to rule out the Giants, right? That gets us down to 4. Don't send D-Hop to the Chiefs. What if that's exactly what I'm about to do? You ever consider that? Or what if I'm going to let chat decide? Because I don't care, to be honest. I think we get a decent return no matter what. Fun fact, that's exactly what I'm about to do. So, chat, the choice is going to be yours. We are trading DeAndre Hopkins. You get to decide where. Will it be the Arizona Cardinals for Trey McBride, a 4th and a 6th? Again, McBride has 1 year left on his contract after this year. Will it be Kansas City for Ozuma, a 3rd and a 7th? He has 2 years left on his deal at $3 million after this year. Will it be the Detroit Lions for Aleem McNeil, 2 thirds and a 7th? Keep in mind, he is getting paid the most. 2 years, making up roughly $11.5 million per season. So easily the biggest contract. Or will it be Green Bay for Jalen Reed, a 3rd, a 4th, and a 7th? Again, he has 2 years left on his deal at $2 million per season. The poll is up now. If it hasn't popped up for you, refresh, and it should be there. I'll let you guys pick. I don't really care. I think regardless, we get a good young player, and we get draft capital as well, which is exactly what we're after. And Green Bay is winning this overwhelmingly. I wasn't expecting that to be the case, but Green Bay is winning this poll convincingly at the moment. We'll see if anything changes late. But from the looks of it, it's going to be wide out for wide out. And it's going to be Jaden Reed, a 3rd, 4th, and a 7th for DeAndre Hopkins to get Mr. Love, a top-notch target, who's after a ring. And, of course, you know the Packers 6-1 so far this season. I don't think they'd mind the upgrade. It's official. DeAndre Hopkins to Green Bay for Jaden Reed and picks. Never mind. Apparently, due to salary cap restrictions, the deal can't be done. They'd be $500K over. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can salvage this because they're stupid. Then why offer it, right? What if I take Ronnie Perkins? What if I just take Ronnie Perkins as a filler player? I'm not changing anything about the picks, though, Green Bay. Hopkins for Reed, a 3rd, a 4th, a 7th, and Ronnie Perkins. Okay, they took it. So there we go. We tack on Ronnie Perkins as a cap whale. Green Bay gets the deal done. DeAndre Hopkins off to the Packers. I'm pretty good with that deal. Pretty good with that deal. Does mean we'll have to cut somebody, but that's okay. We can do that after other trades. So that is one deal in the books before the deadline. It will not be the last because Tyler Boyd also needs to go. He has no desire to sign here. What can we get for you, Tyler? So, I mean, Jack Sanborn in a 7th. I'd like to see someone with at least star dev, right? At least. This is year 1, yes. Charlie Jones. I mean, I'd go for Jack Sanborn instead because he's younger. Dion doesn't work. Tim Patrick. Trey Palmer at 23 and a 6th. He's the answer so far, especially wide receiver for wide receiver. So Tampa, we got Palmer and a 6th. Chris Barnes, Will Disley, Noah Gray, no. Alec Pierce isn't that bad. He's a year or 2 years older than Palmer. A year older than Palmer, but he's 4 overall points better. That's not bad. Overshown. You know, it might have to be Pierce. Ooh, okay. We take a bit of a hit by bringing in Latu, but we get a 3rd round back. But then again, are we going to get anybody with a 3rd round pick that's better than Pierce? Probably not. Well, Williams is too good for what we're looking to do. Deuce Vaughn. I'd rather go after the wideout instead because we don't have room at running back, really. Justice Hill is 26. Antonio Gibson, we don't have room at running back. Zamir White, have room at running back. He'd be 3rd string. Okay, I mean, I think we have a deal then. Pretty straightforward. It's either Pierce or the 3rd round pick, but I think we'll take a potential replacement for Boyd and a 7th rounder for Pierce. That works for me. Tyler Boyd off to the Colts. Never mind, it's going to force me to cut somebody first. Oh, this game sometimes. Oh, this game sometimes. All right, well. Linebacker then, since we have one too many in that spot. Garrett Tawala, you're still hurt? The hell happened to you? Did your fucking leg fall off? Go to the practice squad then. Watson, let's cut you from the practice squad. 1 for 1, and we have to cut somebody. Yep, just add someone to the trade. No. It's fine, it's fine. Also gives me a chance to kind of see what's going on with the team anyway. Luke Gifford. Then again, I can't practice squad Luke Gifford. Can I practice squad Rashard Weaver? Maybe I should have just added somebody to the trade. I mean, I could just cut Ronnie Perkins. Because I'm not the one that's on the hook. I was trying to keep him because he's not bad. But there you go, Ronnie. Welcome and goodbye. I don't even know if we gave you a key card to get into the building in the time before we traded you. I'm so sorry. That was very cruel of me. All right, let's try this again for Mr. Boyd. Hopefully, again. Okay, it did go through. That's really weird. It didn't say it went through, but it did go through. So Alec Pierce is here. I guess we didn't need to cut Ronnie. We were going to have to cut someone eventually. I need to look at potential offers for Treylon Burks because his 5th-year option is expensive. Nobody wants him. That's not great. And nobody wants Westbrook either. We might just end up paying Burks then because, I mean, we got $32 million in cap space right now, and we'll have even more. So Jaden Reed, Alec Pierce, Treylon Burks. Calvin Ridley is going to be here for a long time because he's too expensive to cut. Then again, maybe we won't keep Burks. Maybe we'll just let him go. That's a shame nobody wants him. If I combine you two? Oh. What if I add a sweetener to take this wideout? How about a nice 4th rounder? I mean, literally, it would just be like a fucking sweet. No. We'll keep him. Fair enough. Fair enough. There was nobody else at wideout then to get rid of. Tight end wise, no one to get rid of. So we're good there. Absolute. We got to the part where we're blowing the damn team up. So I cannot imagine anybody wants Christian. Why not trade Ridley this year since you have the cap and we can eat it? Why not just keep him though, right? I mean, he can still be useful. Even if I play him as a 4th. It is true that we could technically, you know, suffer through, but I also don't want to immediately get rid of every problematic contract that the team has, you know? Like, I'm okay with sacrificing a little bit of progress for not immediately blowing up a team, with the exception, of course, of guys that are on expiring deals. Corey, yeah, no one's going to want these backup line options. Brunskill, though, we do need to find somebody for you, because you don't want to resign. Nobody wants your ass. Damn it. That is unfortunate. We have some players, then, that, go to Albom. I don't know if that's a glitch or not, but I think so. Joseph Day. Isaiah Spiller. 23 years old and a 6th. I mean, Spiller, I don't see when the hell we're possibly going to play you. Like, you're going to be second, probably third string, if we're being honest, but at least we got a decent draft pick. The alternative would be to just take Zavala for a 5th. Or Josh Oliver to get even more draft capital. He's getting paid so much fucking money. Again, I can't imagine we'll be able to make anything out of Spiller. So let's take Chandler Zavala and at least get a 5th round pick for it. Get rid of Mr. Joseph Day. He does not want to resign. Or actually, he did want to resign, but he was way too expensive. TK, yeah, no one's going to want a 58 overall player. So that's not going anywhere. Coburn, anybody want you? Nope. What about Quentin Bahana? Simmons goes nowhere. Marlon Davidson. Nope. Arden Key still got an extra year left, so that's fine. Where's that time? Luke Gifford. And we want our long snapper. Shockingly, no. Todd Weaver. Nobody wants you. Sneed stays. Woozy stays. Caleb Farley, though, doesn't want to re-sign. Nobody wants Caleb Farley? Okay, what if we pair Caleb Farley and Traylon Burks together? Poona Ford! Again, these two guys are either going to be way too fucking expensive or don't want to re-sign. Wanya Morris and a 6th. It's better than losing them for nothing, right? That's what I'm trying to tell myself. It's better than losing them for nothing. There's just no way I'm going to want to pay Burks $5-6 million a year. And then Farley doesn't want to come back. Oh, boy. Just take it. Hurts me as a Pats fan to have to help out the Chiefs, but that's the only one who gave us a half-decent offer. So, done deal. Done deal. At safety, Quandre Diggs. Where can we send you? Khalil Shakir in a 6th. Traylon Burks in a 5th. Burks had an option for a 5th year. He did not have an absolute extra year on his deal. And he was going to have to get paid a lot of money to keep him. Fun fact, though, I could get a 5th round pick away from the Chiefs for nothing. Jack Leonard, Mike or Divine Diablo in 2 7ths. I mean, Shakir at wideout's not the worst option in the world. You know, he just replaces Traylon Burks. The 6th round pick for him. I mean, it would be kind of funny to, you know, we'll spare the Chiefs. You know, Shaq Leonard, though, we don't necessarily want to bring in an older guy, but that gives us more draft picks. 5th, 6th, and a 7th. We take him on. He's not that good. He's not going to improve us by that much. I think we're going to send Diggs to the Colts as well. Yeah, let's take that deal for poor Shaq Leonard. I'll see if I can flip him. But we gotta take those picks. Shaq, I'll try like hell to flip you. Nobody wants you. Sorry, buddy, you're stuck here. You're stuck here for the year. Nobody wants you. Elijah Molden also didn't want to re-sign, but nobody wants him. Jamal Adams, we're going to try to flip. 1-year deal. He doesn't want to come back. Connor McGovern, I mean, would be an improvement on the O-line. He is 26. Cody Barton at 27. Cedric Tillman. And draft picks. Well, Hulk, we won't have dead cap beyond this year, so it's fine. 5th, 6th, 7th, and Tillman's not bad. You gotta figure McGovern, by the time we're good, he's probably gonna be at least 30. Tyquan Lewis is 6th and the 7th. Brian Robinson Jr. Again, we do not need a running back that good. We are already a bit too good at running back as it is. Chase Brown in the 5th. I need safety for safety with Reed Blankenship. Wouldn't be too bad. Oh, Arnold at 25 years old and a star. That's not bad. Al Robinson. Brenton Strange in a 6th. I mean, I'm trying to rely on picks here, but there's not too much to go off of right now. There's old Divine Diablo again. Duvernay. Darnell Washington, the 5th and the 7th. So 1-for-1 for Connor McGovern isn't too bad. I mean, we go for him over Barton. Again, Tillman at 24 years old, probably not going to be much of anything but a 5th, 6th, and a 7th. We don't have space for Brian Robinson. We don't really have space for Chase Brown. Blankenship in a 1-for-1. I mean, would be pretty similar to the center pickup. Arnold at linebacker might be able to be something. I mean, 25 start, you're starting to see someone kind of lock into what they're going to be. I think I know where I want to go with this particular deal, too. Darnell Washington's actually not that bad. Actually, that's not that bad. Shout out to Ripley, 21. 21 months. Enjoy the beverage. 6th and the 7th. Blankenship. Or 5th and the 7th for Washington, who is younger and better than Tillman. Could be a decent second choice tight end. Stiller's gone to Super Bowl. I'm going to pick up Darnell Washington here. I feel like we could use that extra help at tight end because our fucking long snapper can't even play fullback, let alone tight end. So kind of puts us into a rough safety position. Excuse me. A little bit of a rough safety situation. Does anybody want a kicker? Kicker for sale? Nope. Does anybody want a punter? Punter for sale? No. Okay. Well, that's about all we're going to do then for this first deadline. We'll see if we get any kind of random offers for anybody else. That does leave us room to go to our practice squad and see if we had a safety down here that we can just sign. Has a punter ever been traded? Look, first time for everything, right? We could bring in Kyle Phillips. Let's see. Is there an obvious move to make here? Getting rid of Morgan Cox is pretty obvious. Morgan, I tried to be nice, but brother, you can't even play fullback in this game. You are out of here. Has Madden NCAA. Madden. Every year, the story is the same. It's Madden. College football's fun, and this is Madden. Madden be Madden, you know? And Kyle Phillips from the practice squad for the rest of the year. O-line's looking okay. D-line's looking fucking thin. Gameplay similar. I mean, yeah. There's some things that are kind of nice, and then there's other things where you say, what the fuck were they thinking? Madden. We need to bring in good old Deron Harmon. A practice squad option. Let's steal this guy from the Ravens. I need another strong safety for the rest of the year, so. All right, I think we're set up relatively well then. Obviously, we're going to have to double check the depth chart, but in terms of draft picks now, first, second, a third, we have an extra 4th thanks to Green Bay. We have a third rounder now, thanks to Green Bay, because we don't have our own. 3 5ths, 2 6, 3 7ths this year. And then, of course, some extra subsequent picks following years. Not bad. Not bad. I think we did a decent little job of tearing things down a little bit. Obviously, very difficult on this setting to get a crap load of first and second round picks, stuff like that, you know? Let's auto-reorder the depth chart really quickly. I still want Levis to be the number 1, because if he breaks out, that'll be good news for us. Darnell Washington, apparently we get some fullback time. Westbrook, you're going to the bottom of the depth chart at wideout because you're not going to hang around. We're just going to bump up Jaquan Jackson to that 4 spot. So those 3 7s you can flip for a 5th, 6. That's very true. Now we got 2 decent tight ends. Madden has team builder, yes. Defensive line, oof. Let's get the rookie in there, Jalen Harrell. Congratulations. We need you. We need you. Arden Key at linebacker. Murray and Leonard. Let's actually get Cedric Gray in over Leonard. Gray we could actually maybe turn into something. And then corners, again, I want Roger McCreary to be the number 1. We care more about his development. And then Amani Hooker. Actually, you know what? Let's play Sanusi Kane. Get some of that sweet, sweet Sanusi. Oh, I've been corrupted by the internet.